Alright guys, welcome back to another Genshin Impact video, and finally guys, they posted all the information regarding the version 3.6 update. So we got a pre-installation function now available, the maintenance preview as well is available, and some of the artifacts that they've shown on the live stream, more information is here as well. New weapons as well for Baizu, and also the banners as well has been unveiled. So let's go through all the things pretty quickly. So pre-installation, this one pretty nice. It's already available now for pre-installation for mobile and also PC. You can actually start to preload the game for version 3.6 right now, so you can be prepared for the update once it launches. And the maintenance preview, so this one you can just take a look pretty quickly. As usual guys, you get the 300 Primo Gems for the maintenance compensation and another 300 Primo Gems for the bug fixes compensation. So that one will be posted probably later on the update patch day, which is on the 12th of April. So that's pretty nice. And let's take a quick look at the new content that's coming in 3.6. So this one I pretty much know in the live stream there's a new area coming. This is a final area actually. So these two are the final areas for Sumeru, which is pretty nice, and that will make the entire map 100% completed. New characters as well. So this one we pretty much know Baizu and Kave is coming. They'll be coming at phase 2 or 3.6. Phase 1 will be having Nahida rerun and Nilo rerun first. And Ganyu will be coming at also on the phase 2, which is together with Baizu, which will be her rerun as well. We have a new domain, so this one, I think this is the artifact domain. These two are just the single player domains. New equipment, so this one we can go through in detail later for Baizu's weapon and also for the artifacts. New main storyline, so we have Nahida's story quest, and this one's chapter 2 by the way. And we also have Baizu's story quest, this will come during phase 2. And Layla Hangout event will be available permanently. We have new enemies coming as well. We have the weekly boss, we have also the regular world boss, and also Hilichurls are coming, new ones, very very nice. And consecrated beasts as well, new consecrated beasts, so that's looking cool. And we also have some more extra details here, so let's go through a little bit of it right now. The Genius Evocation TCG has also have undergone major changes, maybe nerfs or buffs. You actually can read them for yourself. I'm not going to go through too much in terms of TCG. We have some audio changes. This one is the one I noticed most interesting is Tainari VA. As you guys know, the English VA for Tainari has been fired because of breach of contract with Hoyoverse. So now they have actually found looks like another VA. We don't know who is that person as of now, but they said after version 3.6 has been updated, um, uh, we'll get to actually hear the new voice, which is pretty interesting, and actually want to see who is the VA for Tainari. So that'll be very interesting. And that nothing really major to talk about in terms of the audio and the system stuff. Not gonna talk too much about it. We'll wait for the bug fixes. We can talk about that one later. But that's all actually for the maintenance preview. Pretty short. Now let's talk about the artifacts. So this one I didn't really go too much in detail, but let's just take a quick look at the artifacts here. So this is one of the artifacts for the new domain. So the first two-piece set is just a HP percentage, 20%. So now we have another set that also gives 50% besides tenacity of the millilith. However, the 4-piece set for this one is pretty interesting. So as elemental skill, elemental burst damage will be increased by 10% just by using this 4-piece set, which is nice. And then after that, when the equipping character takes damage, the aforementioned damage bonus is increased by 80% for 5 seconds, so you can get more elemental skill, elemental burst damage just by taking damage, which is pretty nice. And this effect increase can have 5 stacks, so yeah, that's a lot of damage. And the duration of each stack is counted independently. These effects can trigger even the character is not on the field. So from what I can tell, this new set is really only fully working on someone like Deya. So Deya is the only one I see that can tank. I mean, take a lot of damage, and she won't die so fast because the amount of HP she has. So I think this 4-piece set is more tailored for her. I think they made this for her. And yeah, the sad thing is you have to use resin to farm this set. So it's gonna be pretty annoying, I know. But I guess this will kind of fix Deya in a way where she's lackluster, people saying she's very lackluster. Uh, I know she's a standard character, but I think she's still pretty lackluster for a standard character compared to other units that are in that banner as well. So yeah, I think if you really have Deya and you really want to make her deal more damage, this is the artifact set to go for. I don't see any other characters that can use this set, to be honest, as of now. Let's move on to the next one. So this one, Neve's Dream. This is very good actually. I already checked it earlier in the live stream, and this gives hydro damage bonus, 20% on the 2-piece. And for the 4-piece set here gets very cool. So after normal charge and plunging attack, animal skill, animal burst hits opponent, basically every action of an attack, one stack of the mirrored nymph will be triggered, lasting 8 seconds. So when under the effect of 1, 2, or 3 or more, the stack attack will be increased by 7, 16, 25%, and the damage will increase by 4, 9, 15%. So that is very cool. Mirror of Nymph stacks created by no checks and can exist independently. So you can pretty much have the max stacks for this one if you trigger all the actions. So you can get like 25% attack, 50% 100 damage bonus. So someone like I can think of is Ayato, which does a lot of very fast attacks. Can really trigger this one very fast. Um, so I think this is really a good alternative for Ayato. Also potentially good on Child. I haven't tested it yet, so I just mention all the characters that I know that can work with this one. However, for characters that are off field like Yelan or Xingqiu, don't really know if this artifact even works on them. We have to test it out because they usually mention something like this, like it can be triggered even when the character is not on the field. But for this set, they didn't mention that sentence, so it's not specified. So we have to test it out and see if it really even gives them the bonus. If it doesn't, then this artifact set is only really limited to like Ayato, Child, and probably any other Hydro DPS units that scale with attack. So yeah, I think if you really want to farm a good set for Ayato or Child and you don't really have a good Hydro set, I think this one is a pretty good alternative to farm. So yeah, that's my take on the domain, this new domain. It's pretty okay to farm if you are maybe not having a very cracked artifact like the Hydro set, the Heart of Depth set, or you're a pretty new player. I think this is a pretty nice domain to farm for those characters. Yep, that's pretty much it for the artifacts. I'll be farming this one. I just want to test it out and see is it very good on my characters like Ayato or Child because I have those characters. For Deya specifically, I don't have her yet, but if I eventually get her, then I can at least use these ones that I got on her. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Let's move on to the next thing, which is the new weapon. So there's only one new weapon coming in 3.6, which is the Jadefall Splendor. So this is a catalyst, really nice design. I'm sure it's best made for Baizu. Yes, that's always the case with every new unit that comes out. They make the best specific weapon for them from YC. But let's just take a look anyway. We have a base attack 6 of 8, which is pretty decent, pretty high. Not the highest I've ever seen, but it is okay. We have a very good amount of HP as well, almost 50%. So this is pretty cool. Good on someone like Baizu for sure, because it scales off HP. Let's take a look at the passive. So for 3 seconds using the elemental burst or creating a shield, the equipment character can gain the Jala effect. So restores 4.5 energy every 2.5 seconds, gains 0.3 elemental damage bonus for their corresponding elemental type for every 1000 HP they possess, up to 12%. So they will be able to say, okay, this one they at least mentioned is not on the field, so if you switch to another character, then it still takes effect. And these are the essential stuff if you're interested. But yeah, so let's talk about the passive, and this is really where things doesn't seem too great because it's really only for Baizu from what I see, because he does create a shield from his elemental burst, and yeah, he can utilize everything, and he also scales with HP. The only thing sad about this one is, I mean, it's up to 12% only on R1, so that's not that high. I mean, if you get this to R5, I think it's going to be pretty high, but that's expensive. But if on R1, I don't think this is really worth it to get. Even though you have Baizu, I think there's many other catalysts you can use. Maybe that 3-star one, the Trading Tales Dragon Slayer, I think it's also HP, right? and that actually is quite good. It buffs the team, so I think that's better on Baizu than this one. I don't think this is really a must pull if you really want it. It's really for the looks. Other than that, I don't think it's really worth pulling. I know you're getting the energy thing. I think it might kind of resolve the energy issues you might have, but I just don't think it's really worth it as a 5-star weapon. Considering this weapon actually will be alongside Amos Bow because Ganyu will be having her rerun, right? So I'm sure they're gonna put Amos Bow with this one. And that's gonna be a very bad weapon ban already from what I see. It's very bad because Amos Bow is a standard weapon. It's not a limited weapon like this one. So that really kind of makes me don't even want to wish on this weapons banner anymore because it's just not worth it. And I think you should save and skip this one. Alright, let's move on to the final thing to talk about, which is the character banners. So the character banners has been unveiled already just about a couple minutes ago, and we have phase 1 banners unveiled. First, looks like they did not show us the phase 2 one, so only phase 1. So Nahida will have Dori, Layla, and Kuki Shinobu. So that is the 4 stars finally unveiled. Same goes for Nilo. And let's talk about the 4 stars on this banner. So let's first talk about Dory. I know Dory received a lot of hate when she first made her first appearance, and until now, to be honest, she still doesn't have the same treatment like what Cookie Shinobu did. Cookie Shinobu, everyone thought Cookie Shinobu was terrible, but after the Dendro update came out, version 3.0, she became pretty cracked, and now everybody is loving her. But that's not the same case for Dory. It seems like all people are not happy with Dory's kit. The way she helps the team is not that impressive as a support, and I think overall her consolations, everything is not that great. So she being in this banner is not that great for many people because a lot of people don't want to get her anyway. But Koki Shinobu is here, so it's kind of balanced it out already. And Koki Shinobu in general now, in terms of her constellations and everything, she's pretty good in as a healer as well, and also uh, applying electro, so that's pretty impressive. I know Dory as well is a healer, but she kind of now is just only a healer from YC, and also an energy buffer, gives you energy. Other than that, I think Koki Shinobu is way better in every way, but yeah, those are the 4 stars. You can get any of those three, which is very random. So there's no PT on 4-star characters. Yeah, let's talk about Layla before I forget. Sorry, Layla. I don't have Layla yet, so I really can't say anything much until now because I didn't get her. I tried to get her, but I didn't get her anyway. But Layla, I don't know what to say. I think her shields are just it's okay. It's quite good considering most of the time she sleeps right in her skills and everything. Her cryo application is not that impressive. I think she really needs another cryo unit to apply more cryo to be honest. But if you're using her just as a shield bot, I think it's fine. She's okay. But other than that, I don't really recommend pulling on any of the 4 stars. Just go for Nahida and that's it. Alright, finally I can talk about Nahida. So Nahida, definitely she is an Archon, right? She's a general Archon. She's the best Dendro applicator from YC, Dendro support so far. So if you really don't have a good Dendro support and you need one, go for Nahida. She's the best one. I've been using her and she's very good. Does tons of damage still, even though I built her for reactions. And yeah, overall she's pretty easy to build, in my opinion. Just pretty much stack EM on all of these stats, and you're good to go. Even the weapon as well, just give her EM, and she can pretty much help your team in every way already. So that's what I can say about her. She's very good. She's not like really a must pull from what I see. Maybe she's is recommended to pull from what I say. She's recommended. You won't go wrong pulling her. So that's all I can say. But if you're saving for maybe for another unit, I really can't stop you. So it's up to you. But for me personally, Nahida is a very good unit to pull, and I really recommend her if you haven't got her yet. Alright, let's move on to Nilo. So Nilo is a pretty niche character. She really works on certain team comps, so you really need to have a Hydro unit together with her and also double Dendro to get things working very good for her. If you don't have those team comps, she can be a little bit lackluster. But yeah, from what I see, she's very niche, as I said. If you really like her design and everything, her character, then go ahead and get her. But if you're thinking of making her work on multiple team comps, uh, like that are not reliant on Dendro or Hydro, she might not work as intended because she has a very specific kit and talents that she needs in order to get her functioning very well. But as I said, if you really like the character, then yeah, go for it. For me personally, I don't have Nilo yet, so I have already a Nahida. So I don't really know I want to go on for her at the moment, but from what I see at this point in time, I probably might not get her. We'll see because she's very niche, as I said. I prefer to get characters that can work with variety of other characters as well. So Nilo, most probably I will not get her. We'll see. Yep, so that's it for Nilo. Let's go to the weapons banner. So weapons banner, this one I also kind of predicted we're gonna get Nilo's best in slot, the key of Kach Nasut, and we have 1,000 floating dreams. To be honest, guys, these two weapons are really not necessary, but uh, especially for the one for Nahida, the 1,000 floating dreams. I know it does give a bunch of EM, but it's not necessary to pull. It just looks very nice on her aesthetically, but it's not really recommended. You can even give this one to Nahida. The sacrificial fragments is also a good option for Nahida, or the everlasting moon glow. I think that weapon. I've forgotten the name. I think it's everlasting moon glow or something. It's a catalyst that also gives EM, but it's only on the weapons banner. That one also works well on her, and you don't really need to give this to her. But yep, it's a weapons banner, so just be careful. You might get the one you not want. And same goes for Nilo's weapon. I know it's HP percent, right? Yeah, it's really only for her. So just be careful. If you don't have Nilo, don't go for this one. I suggest. But if you already have a Nilo and you want to go for her weapon, then yeah, just be careful because you might get the one you not want. But yep, that's it. Nothing much to say. Other than that, all the best to you guys if you're going for Nahida or Nilo. For me personally, I will not be touching I think these banners at all. I don't have Layla, but I don't think it's really a rush to summon for her. I'll maybe just do a couple of 10 pulls, maybe just one or two times, and that's it. Because still very far from PD, and I don't expect to get a 5 star. But if I do get a 5 star, maybe Nilo or an off banner, maybe Deya. I'm okay because I want to guarantee something, so it's okay. But that's pretty much for me, guys. That's a quick one discussing all the things that you need to know of 3.6 that's coming in about just 2 days. So are you guys very excited for 3.6? Definitely, I am very excited for the exploration. Also to get some Primo Gems from the exploration, Nahida story, and also Baizu as well. I might get him. We'll see about that. And yeah, overall just excited for the new content that's coming in 3.6, and I can't wait. And I can't wait to play in just about 2 days. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.